Jungkook's emotional response to Taehyung after Celine's show became a moment that was never planned to steal the show, but that's exactly what makes him so powerful. Amid the glitters of lights, flashes of cameras, and the hustle and bustle of the world of world-class fashion, a simple reaction from Jungkook managed to stop time for many fans. There was no speech, no big gestures, just one set of expressions that felt so honest that it left thousands speechless. The Celine show that evening went perfectly according to the scenario of the fashion industry. Taehyung appeared elegant, calm, with an aura that made his every step feel like a statement. He stands as the center of attention, not just as a global star, but as a symbol of aesthetics and self-confidence. However, what happened after the event actually went beyond anything planned. As the crowd began to move and the atmosphere began to thaw, the camera captured Jungkook standing not far from Taehyung. His gaze was fully fixed, not distracted by anyone, as if the entire room had narrowed to just two people. That Jungkook's emotional response didn't come in the form of a big smile or exaggerated gestures. Quite the opposite. Her face showed a mixture of pride, relief, and something deeper. Emotions that are difficult to translate into words. Many fans describe it as the expression of someone watching the most important person in his life being in the right place. As Taehyung turned his head and their eyes met, Jungkook nodded slowly. The small gesture, barely noticeable, was nevertheless enough to trigger a wave of incredible reactions on social media. The fans who watched the cut of the video over and over again realized one thing. This is not a far-fetched reaction. Jungkook seemed fully present in the moment, as if forgetting that the camera was recording. The few seconds of silence between them seemed to speak more than 1,000 words. There was no dramatic touch, but the distance they kept actually emphasized the emotional closeness that the public had felt for a long time, but rarely seen as clearly as that night. After the event, reports from people around mentioned that Jungkook looked more reserved than usual. He was in no hurry to leave the location, choosing to wait until Taehyung finished talking to a few people. The gesture was interpreted by many fans as a form of very personal attention. Jungkook doesn't try to get into the spotlight, nor steal the moment. It just exists, and that existence is what feels most powerful. For fans, this emotional response served as yet another proof that Taehyung and Jungkook's relationship operates at a much deeper level than just being groupmates. It is a type of connection that is seen in the way one person reacts to the success of another. Jungkook showed no envy, nor any formal support. What was visible was genuine pride, as if Taehyung's achievements were also part of his own journey. International media began to highlight the moment as the quietest yet loudest second of the night. In the midst of a fashion world full of visual statements, it is precisely Jungkook's silence that is in the spotlight. Pop culture analysts say this kind of reaction is rarely seen in a public figure as big as Jungkook, a reaction that is unpackaged, unpolished, and aimed at no one but the person in front of it. The fan reaction was incredible. Many admitted that they fell silent for a long time after watching the video, feeling emotions that are difficult to explain. They didn't scream, didn't argue, just felt as if they had witnessed something very personal. This is not about rumors or theories, wrote one fan. It's about seeing someone love, appreciate, and respect another person in a very calm way. Jungkook's emotional response that night changed the way many people viewed their dynamics. Not by revealing something new, but by making it clear what has been only vaguely felt so far. That behind all the highlights and achievements, there is a bond built from time, trust, and deep understanding. And maybe that's why it's such a memorable moment, because it feels real that in the end, Celine's show will be remembered as one of the key moments in Taehyung's journey in the fashion world. But for fans, that night will also always be remembered as a moment where Jungkook's emotional response spoke louder than words. An unplanned reaction, unannounced, yet leaving a deep imprint. And in the midst of a world that is constantly moving fast, the moment reminds everyone that emotional honesty, no matter how small, has the power to make the world stop for a moment. The moment did not stop there. After a short video and photos spread, fans began to notice small details that were previously missed. The way Jungkook sighed slowly after Taehyung walked away, how his eyes briefly lowered as if holding back emotions, then lifted again with a calmer expression. It all happened in a matter of seconds, but it was enough to show that what he felt that night was not just a spontaneous reaction, but an overflow of feelings that had been stored for a long time. Several sources close to the scene said that Jungkook seemed very focused on Taehyung from the beginning of the show. It does not talk much, does not dissolve in the social atmosphere that usually accompanies large fashion events. His attention seemed to be drawn to a single point, following Taehyung's every move with concentrated calmness. This attitude further reinforces the impression that Jungkook's presence that night was not just a formality, but a very personal and emotional form of support that on social media, fan reactions evolved into deeper reflections. Many wrote that they didn't see Jungkook as an idol at that moment, but rather as a human being watching someone he cared about reach another peak in his life. It's the look of someone saying, "I'm proud of you," without the need to say it, one fan wrote. Sentences like these keep popping up, showing how strong the emotional resonance emanating from such a simple reaction can be. What makes this moment even more memorable is its contrast with the world around him. In an industry that often demands great expression and dramatic narrative, Jungkook chose silence. He does not try to direct the camera, nor take advantage of the moment to build an image. It was precisely his active non-involvement that made his reaction feel so real. It was as if he forgot that the world was watching and focused only on the one person in front of him. For Taehyung, the night was clearly an important milestone. However, for many fans, Jungkook's presence and emotional response added a new layer of meaning to the event. It's no longer just about fashion or global status. It's about a shared journey, about how two people who grew up side by side were able to celebrate each other's successes in the most sincere way. As time went on, this moment began to be considered one of the most candid interactions ever seen between Taehyung and Jungkook in a public space. No script, no briefing. Only emotions arise as they are. Many feel that this is the reason why the moment is so impactful, because he does not try to be anything other than himself. That Jungkook's emotional response after Celine'S show finally became a symbol of something bigger. He points out that behind the global spotlight and extraordinary achievements, there are relationships built from mutual understanding and respect. A relationship that does not require long explanations. However, it can be perceived by anyone who looks at it with an open heart. And perhaps that's the greatest strength of the moment. It doesn't scream for attention, but it still resonates long after the lights go out.